All right, how about that Florida Gators, Stephen? I bet had we done this exercise 4 weeks ago, this would have been
Yeah.
a very different grade for you.
I am giving Florida a B minus. Mike, to your point, I would have
Mm,
probably given this team a significantly different grade a few weeks ago, but the late season surge beating Ole Miss, LSU, Florida State, combined with Billy Napier working his way off the hot seat, I think just a completely different team with DJ Lagway at quarterback. And also, two things. I like the way that this team stuck together after getting pounded by Miami, losing to Texas A&M. Kind of wondered if they would fall apart. They stuck together, and also the defense, 7.4 yards per play allowed in SEC games last year. They got it down to 5.7 this year. That is a big step forward in the right direction.
mm. Can you deny or confirm this? Apologies, I've got sidetracked here. Citizen X, Stephen, he says Hugh Freeze' favorite emoji he sends you, Stephen. Is it the freeze thing? Is that what he's sending you all the time?
Oh yeah.
No, but I liked what you had to say there. I'm gonna go again. I thought you were I thought you were the kind grader. I'm giving Florida a B plus, Stephen. Again, I certainly thought Billy Napier was going to get fired after A&M. I thought after scared money don't make money, whatever. I mean, he was scared as hell. Tennessee should have went for two, would have won that football game. That was gutless, but they turned it around. And again, I don't know. Here's the crazy thing. Again, I'm giving a B plus. End of the season, tremendous. I didn't pick them to beat LSU. I certainly didn't pick them. I picked Ole Miss to beat them by like 30 points. I thought it was going to be a crushing. Ole Miss had everything in front of them. Yet the Gators got it done. And I think those 2 weeks, if they go on, let's say they reach the playoff next year, which that would sound insane about 6 weeks ago. But with DJ Lagway and what they're poised to add potentially in the portal, I think is that again, that's 7-5 to playoff because you're still going to get all these teams next year. That may be a reach, but you can take a significant step next year. But having said all that, Stephen, and again, I'm trying not to be a hater because I'm trying to give people credit where credit's due. Are you fully bought in on Billy Napier? And I'm not saying you're like ready to fire the guy or anything like that if he loses one game, but you know, 2-3 weeks of solid performance, I don't know that it erases 2.5 years of awful coaching.
That is a good question. I think one reason to believe in Billy Napier is that he's got the backing of the most important man in Gainesville and DJ Lagway. I think that's probably the biggest reason to believe in Florida is probably his emergence next year. I think what you're getting at though is something that is a little concerning is that sometimes it's like if you're losing, it's one thing. It's also losing with some of the head scratching mistakes that you saw, like the special team stuff at times, scared money don't make money, but also coaching scared at times. So I would say fully bought in, but I think DJ Lagway is an eraser for some of those mistakes, if you will.
Right. And I would also say, I mean, I guess here's how I'd spin it if I was a Florida fan. Never again, not only Florida, but any of these teams that consider them the best of the best in the SEC or should be competing for championships and stuff. You never want to hire a guy that's got to like learn on the job. And I don't think that was the expectation when you hired Napier because he did so well record wise at Louisiana. But maybe it was just a learning curve, and now he's figured it out
Yeah.
because there was a lot of mistakes that I would not have tolerated. But again, he's maybe he's out. Point being, he's come out the other side, and maybe that'll stop. But if it doesn't, we got a real problem next year.
The first loss or two will be very interesting next year because it'll only take one bad showing to move back on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.